Alright, it seems pretty clear that most people use sound and music of some kind at their table. People are familiar with the concept of how adding atmospheric music and sound effects can really help the immersion of the experience. In the same way that music adds to the emotional engagement in a movie, which everyone recognizes and have done since, the 1920s. People understand that now in games. The question now becomes, why use something like Syrinscape? What's the use? What's the point? What does it do to the gaming experience? And let me give you a little bit of a demo right now of why you might use Syrinscape when playing Phandelver and Below, The Lost Obelisk. Here in this product are the first 4 chapters of the adventure supported, and I'm going to show you how incredibly easy and remarkable and smooth it becomes with Syrinscape. Not only to run the sound, but also to get the specific sounds that really add to the immersion, that tells your story rather than the story of some other movie or computer game or whatever soundtrack you might be playing in the background. Also, Syrinscape never repeats itself. Also, Syrinscape doesn't play an ad every now and then. Also, it smoothly transitions, and let me show you. So here we are, intro music into the wagon travel. You can, I'm going to pop over to D&D Beyond, read now. Now that intro music is gone, you begin your adventuring career in the city of Neverwinter. A dwarf named Gundren Rockseeker hired you to become a blah 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 blah. So we're just reading along the adventure here while that music that happens when you get the theme song of a show, and then it transitions into I'm just accompanying the narrative as it starts music. Can't get that from something random you're just playing on YouTube. Alright, then we come to blah 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 blah, goblin ambush section. I'm literally just scrolling through. We come to this section where there's 2 horses. Well, is Syrinscape ready for that? Traveling by wagon, excellent. 2 horses. I just click that and the mood changes. That sounds a bit ominous. Okay, so if you're trying to create a sense of like maybe there's something wrong here, that will certainly do it. Wow, fantastic. We can now read that text. You've been on the Triboard Trail for about half a day, blah blah blah, as you come around the bend, blah 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 blah. 2 horses wander the road, sniffing at ransacked personal effects. Okay, what about when we need to trigger combat so that we know it's time to roll initiative? Let's see what Syrinscape can do there. Oh, goblin ambush. Just click that. A dramatic note plays, the sound of a goblin cry, and now there's suddenly combat music playing. That's all I have to do, just that single click, and I have specific music written for this adventure. Specifically designed to set the mood exactly as we like. Not just some random track that's vaguely doing the right thing. When it comes to the goblin's turns, you can click a goblin roar. If they inflict some damage, we can spam on that button a bit. If one of the goblins is injured. Fantastic. Oh, I love it. And look, that's all done for you. Okay, what happens when the battle ends? What do we possibly do? Well, rather than just let this music keep going, we just simply click Aftermath. And that battle music fades out, and we're just in the sounds of the woods again. They enter the Goblin Trail. And we're reading down here. We can blah 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 blah, Goblin Trail. There's a pit trap. What could we possibly do? How could we make that dramatic? Let's scroll down and see if Syrinscape's got... Excellent, pit trap. Well, make me a reflex save, everyone. A dexterity save. I know what version of this game I'm playing. Trigger the sound. And what's happening here? Cragmore Scream Pad. Yeah, that's creating a little bit of that mood. Then we keep scrolling through. Cragmore Hideout, we come to this map, and we have a whole lot of locations in this adventure covered, starting with the cave mouth. Is there really a difference between the cave mouth and the Cragmore tunnels? You can still hear the sound of the wood and the stream coming out of the cave mouth. Sound can tell an amazing story. A whole lot of words saved. You don't even have to describe the stream and that mood. So what happens now when we go into the Cragmore tunnels? Yeah, the sounds of the woods fades out. It's more echoey now. So I hope that gives you a bit of a demo. That's giant poisonous snake battle. I'm going to leave you with Clark battle. This is why we're going to use Syrinscape, because it makes the prep 0. makes the music always right, makes the job for the Dungeon Master super, super easy, and best of all, allows the Dungeon Master to focus a whole lot of that attention, which was previously going to finding the right sound, which was wrong, and the wrong music's playing, I have to stop it and start something else. I've done like 12 clicks over a session that would have taken hours, and all that atmospheric music is taken care for, and all the sound design as well, not just a music track playing. Plus, this music is actually the combination of all these random elements actually mixing and matching in unique ways every single time you play. That was disturbing, and now I feel engaged in the story, and hopefully epic if I succeed. Right, Cloud Battle, enjoy that while I let that play out a little bit, and go and grab their sounds. Grab a fantasy sub, Dungeons & Dragons subscription, or a Super Siren to unlock the full adaptability and customizability, and you can even import your own sounds and do all sorts of stuff. Have a look around the website and discover that. But yeah, grab these sounds, it's well worth it. Cloud Battle,